Hello and welcome to Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. I am Mr. Randy, and today we're going to be doing another Final Pour episode. If you're new to the channel, hello, welcome. Come on in, get comfortable, and enjoy the show. All my returning viewers, always glad you come back. Always glad to see those faces again and again. Today's Final Pour episode is going to be of the Lost Irish. Look at that green bottle, baby. Love me some green bottles. So today, Final Pour, Lost Irish. This was quite the interesting one. So let's go ahead and get it on. Oh, yeah, we're just going to do it. That's good. Yeah, that's okay, so it was better than I thought it would be. So, Lost Irish. That looks like to me to be 7 casks. U.S. bourbon cask and Caribbean rum cask looks like, I don't know why they, because it was 6 worlds with 3 different styles. So it says 6 worlds. I read it, it did say 6 casks, but there's 7 listed there. But yeah, this was definitely an interesting one. So 3 parts. Part 1, off the rip, get it home, crack it open, have my first pour, share my first impressions with you, because that's what we do. Part 2, we go about halfway down the ish zone. We cork it, we put it back on the shelf, we let it sit 1 week, 2 weeks, as long as we can, but hey, we got a schedule, right? We just said that on the other one. We go online while it's sitting, resting, opening up, deciding what it wants to do with its life. I find the information. I try and bring back as much as I can. It's often next to nothing or any more than what's on the bottle. Heavy sigh, right? We continue to drink it. We score it. Part 3, final pour, where we are today, thusly named. We have the final pour. We compare it to the first pour off the rip and everything in between. So the first half of this bottle, I honestly didn't care about. But I think the one caveat to carry with that thought is I was just coming off of a like a 3 to 4 day like misery wreck of just icky. I think with the wild swings and weather that we have here in San Antonio, it was hot, it was dry, it was wet, it was cold, it was rainy, it was back and forth, dry and moist, and I think it really threw me for a spin. But that might have something to do with it, but that's very unfortunate that it shaked out like that. That's all I have to say. But I do believe that did affect my olfactory senses, my sense of taste. But once we got about halfway through that bottle in the halfway review, we did figure out that this was an interesting one. I think that it was a whole lot of chaos going on in this bottle. And I need to just click that so it doesn't clip out on something else. Yeah, so about the halfway point, things started settling. They started balancing out. And then there was actually stuff that you could pick apart. First half, I couldn't pick anything out of that. And I just think that there was it was chaos. It was all over the place. It was everything and nothing at the same time. Halfway point, started to clear out, started to level off, and you can start picking things apart like that Mizunara oak, that Japanese oak. Oh yeah, because we just did that Glenfodry. That Glenfodry 12 was the finish in that Mizunara Japanese oak, and that was delicious. That was a nice bottle. Now the second half is where things really got interesting, because some of these casks that they had it in really pronounced themselves. They blossomed, bloomed, took over, swapped places, and you can start picking them apart a lot easier. And now we're here at the final pour. Let's go ahead and get that acclimation palating out of the way, and we'll talk about the nose. Oh, that palating is crazy different than the nose. Nose is going this way, palate's going that way. So the nose is definitely turned down. Once a big step from off the rip to the middle section, from the middle section to the final pour, 2 big steps. The palating has sort of given way to these much more dominant caskings, like that Mizunara oak. That thing is serious. It's got a serious spicy oak sort of swing to it, and it really stains the palate. So you're gonna taste that oakiness right away. If there's anything else I can try and pick out of here, a very slight bit of sherry. The brandy kind of gives it like a little, like a sort of a bitterness, as well as the tawny cask. The rum cask, maybe some spice from the rum is what you're getting with that oak. So that's quite possible. There's a little bit of bitter sweetness, which I assume is going to be the mixture of the tawny, and the brandy is the sort of like the bitter undertone. But yeah, like I said, very extremely hard to pick anything off the front. Caveat being that yes, I was coming off of sickness, but then things got a little interesting and they started settling, and you could pick them apart a little bit. But the second half, the last bit of this bottle, was where it's really at. Let's go ahead and get this next one on there and let's talk about it. I got to keep twitching that so it doesn't go to screensaver. That initial palating gives you that sort of stain of the palate. All the spice, that spiciness comes out. Now, I'm getting more of that oakiness from the Mizunara cask. And yeah, some tawny and brandy. I don't know if I can tell the brandy from the tawny, but I do know the tawny very well. I know the tawny very well. I think I can get one more little one. Now I'm detecting a little bit of rum. The nosing is coming out. The rum is coming out more on the nosing as I'm getting it on the palate, and that's sort of like a sweet sort of spiciness that rum has. Now they say they're not telling you what whiskeys are going in what barrelings, so it could be anything, to be completely honest. But as long as it's Irish spirits, then it's all good. After that, whatever goes, right? Okay, let's get a look at it before I finish this off. Viscosity is meh, but Irish is never really meant to be known as, viscous. It's a little bit, I think you can probably see a little bit better now towards the bottom of the glass. So let's go ahead and do that finish. If you like the channel, if you like the video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do that. That way you can skip the algorithm and you do your own thing. That way these videos, as soon as I upload them, they come right to you. You get to watch them. So it immediately covers the tongue, slips off to the sides, goes to the cheeks. Got some warmth building up in the background. Trying to see if there's a little bit of tongue, not tongue, gums. Not so much on the lips. How did RoboCop get in here? How did Mr. RoboCop get into this channel? What the heck? Who is? Oh, okay, yeah, I remember. Focus. So we're going heavy with the cheeks. Heavy with the cheeks. Yes, very much heavy on the cheeks. The back end where the heat is about a 1.5. The tongue's flat. The roof of the mouth barely gets anything at all, if anything. Yeah, that's about it. It's the cheeks is about hanging on. Everything else is just sort of dying down very quietly, very calmly. I gotta say, if you want something that's gonna have a wild, wild swing and a whole lot of chaos and so many things to try and pick apart, this is probably going to be something you might enjoy. I might buy this again just because I don't feel like that off the rip got the attention it deserved. I didn't feel like I got a fair shake. So I might do this one again and just do like a quick review once I get to the halfway point again. That's where I might come in with the next one on this bottle. Just come in straight at the halfway point and go, hey, yeah, my second run, my second review of the off the rip for the bottle. There it is. In the comment section, let me know where you're at, what are you drinking, what's going on in the world of libations around you, and this one has probably got to be the most interesting bottle I think I've ever had. There's so much, so all over the place, and wow, okay, yeah, it's a good one.